after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. Now it's Duke Johnson here on the return. Oh, spinning away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First carry for the rookie Nick Chubb. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield now on 2nd down. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, Mayfield. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. On 4th down, the Browns hand things over to the veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Dalton hovering near the goal line. And his first look is incomplete. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's 2nd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Following the interception, Mayfield into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
There you go, 368.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
368. Lead. Go on the ball.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Started to look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Mayfield to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Here we go.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Orleans Darkwa, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
93, 52, 93, 44.
The first carry for the second-year man, Joe Mixon. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just 1 throw.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. Got some real estate inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. They'll give it to Mixon. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
He goes 368.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton rolling to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Denzel Ward. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he will find his man on the outside. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And an alley to run. And all the way down to the 26. A big play that time out of Chubb. 46 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
3-19.
A toss play to Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And Callaway taking it in left side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it 2nd down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
2nd down, Mayfield. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Get ready for 57 over there.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And time finally runs runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. The sack cost him only a yard. It's second and 11.
5-0.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and they just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A little 360. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Geno Atkins, the Pro Bowler, in there on the stop.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. So 1:51 to go in this first half of play. More from Cleveland after this. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mayfield on 1st down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And the Falcons have opened up the lead there to a couple of scores. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along.
Green 39.
A 1st down throw from Mayfield. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Detroit! Gun!
On second down, Mayfield again. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
A second quarter score from Carson, and it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here.
Lead! We need cheese! 368!
Dalton, 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. A run for Nick Chubb, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gun! Detroit! Detroit!
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You've got to cash in and get some points.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8.
Tight end right. We got three, Detroit! Detroit!
Working out of the gun. Mayfield trying to lay one up deep. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Let's get out of there.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. The final act of the first half. Dalton going deep this time for Miller. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Once again, they run with Mixon. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the 3rd quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught, They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Yes.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Again, it's Mixon. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
You got 59 over there.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Dalton now to pass. On the screen, Bernard. Oh, look at that. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And we're back now here in Cleveland. Now the Bengals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. And it'll be Dalton again. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jamie Collins with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Andy Dalton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
There you go, 368. 368.
Dalton here from the gun. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really...
He's got him in, complete. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Dalton operating in the red zone now. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Lead! Lead! 368!
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And Miller with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play out of while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Dalton will just sneak it. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Andy Dalton scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. They look good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Now here's Johnson. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you, and make sure they touch it.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. A give. This is Chubb. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second down, Dalton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now the Bengals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Dalton, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Handoff comes to Chubb. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
4 down. Set. Green 30.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He's going to get it running right. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.